Hi, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my trip to Antarctica. We went aboard a boat called the Island Sky that left from Argentina. You can see Argentina fading in the background as we come away from it. We were led by a expedition leader named Pablo. He'd been to Antarctica several times since 1999. The boat was driven by Captain Fonseca, and this is Ashley. Ashley was one of the scientific specialists specializing in birds. She's showing us here the convergence of water off Antarctica where the water temperatures change. As we got further south towards that convergence, you can see the sun setting very later because we're in the summer. While we were going, we were looking for different types of birds and wildlife, and we just kind of kept checklists of all the stuff that we saw, which was pretty cool. Here's one of the earliest birds we saw. This is a wandering albatross. It's one of the biggest birds ever, and we saw lots of them. Here is a petrel. This is a brown petrel. Another beautiful sunset as we kind of made our first way across. This is a storm petrel as we were getting towards Antarctica. This here's Paul. Paul was the historical specialist on board and talked a lot about the expeditions of Robert Scott and Shackleton. This is Hella. Hella was our whale specialist and cetaceans like seals and other kind of marine mammals. And we finally got to see our taste of Antarctica. We had come across the Drake Passage, which was usually very rough, but had been very smooth. Now, before we could go ashore, we had to sterilize our boots because we can't bring any foreign objects into Antarctica. Don't want to hurt the ecosystem. There's Santa taking us in a Zodiac, which is how we got from the big boat, the Island Sky, to the land. We were greeted by some lovely seals as we entered. These are the elephant seals here. Quite cute creatures, don't you think? Yes, those sounds are coming from them. There's some cuteness, but I don't know if you still think those elephant seals are still cute. They were kind of gross. But here are some cute penguins to make up for it. I had some time with Santa, came ashore there. But yes, the cute penguins, the first penguins we saw were Gen 2 penguins. You can see them there. This is another type of seal, a little bit cuter, a Weddell seal. A little more smooth and less farty. You can see some of the ice is melting. It is summer, so it's typical to get some ice melt. We saw some whales. You can see these are all humpback whales. You can see their tail flukes, which were pretty cool. See them in the distance there. We worked with an organization called Happy Whale, which was allowed us to send in pictures of the tail flukes and helped identify the whale. This was a brand new whale to them. They had never seen him before. So we actually got to name him and identify him, which is pretty cool.
Alright, I'm going to make some fresh tracks.
So here I am, stepping on the continent, making tracks in Antarctica. There was nobody there besides our boat. About 100 people. We were greeted by some penguins. If you listen, you can hear them. I was not prepared for the sounds and smells of the penguins. Their poop does not smell very good. It's a nice pretty color pink there though, but yes, that's all penguin poop. You can hear them with their calls. I also hear some calls. Oh, there's a guy right near me. They're sitting on their nest. You can see the sort of rocks built up. They also do kind of have this like sort of resting phase on there. You can see me back in the boat, heading back to the ship. What it was like on the Zodiac. Surrounded by the whiteness. Whoop. And I'm dropping. Yeah, you can see Antarctica in the distance there. We're kind of motoring through the nice blue water that I jumped into. Yes, I took the polar plunge. There you can watch me jump right in. The water was under 40 degrees. It was very cold. They did have me tied to a rope in case anything happened, but of course, no problems. but it was cold. Get me out of there. They had a great crew there, very safe. Lots of people to help. Yeah, warm me up now because that was cold. But I did it.
That's crazy, dog. Oh God, the belt.
Yeah, the belt's cold too.
You can see that a lot of the ice has blue. It's because of the way the oxygen was. Ooh, I'm going to hold up here to talk about the orcas. We saw a baby orca. You can see it on the back of the mama there. These are killer whales. These are penguins kind of swimming through the water, which I thought was cool. But back to the blue ice. The way the ice freezes, if there's less oxygen in it, it gets this really cool blue color, which was pretty awesome. But yeah, I got my picture taken with the sign. We brought that there just to show. But as you can see, there's just our group there hiking. I thought that was really cool. And yeah, we got some snow, which is unusual. We were on the coast, so I know we've talked about Antarctica being a desert. The coastal areas actually do get some precipitation because of the water right there, obviously. We can go very far inland onto the continent where the actual desert were. These are different types of penguins. These are chinstrap penguins, and there was also some lichen growing, which it's very unusual to see that. Again, we have that really like blue ice, which I thought was cool. There's another chinstrap penguin. This is the Gen 2, just to show the two different types of penguins that we saw. That's the Gen 2 kind of reaching up to the sky there. Sitting on an egg. You can see the eggs in their nest there. Or some of the babies had hatched, some cute little penguin chicks. And then this is the mama penguin feeding the baby penguin. Some really good sights. And then again, just kind of chilling in the snow with their thing and waddling along. I know you guys like penguins. They're very cute. There's Mr. Chinstrap again. Yeah, just cute penguins. This is a penguin egg that unfortunately was taken by a petrel, probably a brown petrel. You can see that the penguins nest on the rock part that sort of sticks out of the ice. That's sort of where they kind of need to make their nest on the dry area of the rock. Kind of make it nice. Like this guy waddling into the water. He's thinking about it. Is he going to go in for a swim? I think he's going to. Put the camera back over so you can catch him. There he goes. And 3, 2, 1. Go, penguin. Yeah, the water's cold, I know, but I went swimming in it, so you can too. Yeah, but he's going to go in there. He's going to look for some krill to feed the family krill. Yeah, you can see the penguins swimming. They look like they're porpoising. It's just like so cool to see them like flying fish out of the water. But they're getting krill for their babies to feed them, which are tiny little creatures. Again, just the blue icebergs were so cool. And you can see our boat way down in the water there. There's a nice panoramic of the area. I did get to play some soccer in Antarctica, 7th continent of soccer. This little girl on the boat, she was 9 years old, and she brought her soccer ball and we played. It was cool. So this is the last thing I'm going to have, and I don't know if you can really see here, but the ice was melting and turning. One of the big icebergs in the far distance there, you can see it's kind of blue. It's sort of turning in the water and making big waves and splashing, which was pretty cool to see. But yeah, so I just wanted to share a few things about Antarctica on the trip. I mean, this is not a lot.
Better question is, where's that sailboat?
Yeah, there was a sailboat that was coming by. Someone had driven a sailboat down to Antarctica, and it was behind the turning iceberg. It survived, but there was definitely some major waves and stuff. The weather and the water are really kind of unpredictable in Antarctica because of all the conditions. So it is pretty dangerous to sail. We were usually in protected harbors and things like that. All right. Well, thanks so much for kind of listening. I know this was really quick, but I'll take any questions at any time anybody wants to ask me. And I do have tons more pictures, but really can't get them all in here. So thanks, and go to Antarctica. Yeah, someday, maybe.